Let's go. Woke up young and lit. 4-5 on my hip. Nigga, you know what it is. And you know I'm getting red. What they gon' say about the kid? You know I get to the money. These niggas ain't never gonna do no shit. Nah.
What's up, guys, man? Welcome back to the KeezyNUnk podcast. It's the Kid Keys.
I'm Uncle Z.
It's Pretty P.
I'm Lil 5 Cheese Pizza Hot Pocket, aka YKK.
Hell yeah, game
Back by computer error.
Yeah, back by computer errors. You guys wouldn't have saw it. Mm-hmm. We saw it, so
this is not the first time.
Right.
It's actually our second time with YKK.
Am I the first returning guest?
No, actually you're second.
Yeah, second.
Yeah.
Second. We had Smooth Boy Ty.
Yep. Well,
but that was
he shot on the same day.
Oh yeah, Greggy.
Oh yeah.
Oh
he
yeah.
shot on the same day I did, right? Smooth Boy.
Smooth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sure did.
That's right. But you're the first one of returning for the first interview.
Right.
Actually, he's the second because the shopping.
Oh yeah. I forgot.
I didn't think about that.
So YKK and Shambi are the only ones where we've had computer issues.
We had to redo the same interview.
Yeah.
About that.
Well, thank you for
fun.
coming back.
Yeah.
I'm off of a Crunchwrap Supreme and a Red Bull right now. So,
So you're like,
this is gonna be a different interview than the first one.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I'd like to usually always start off, since I know we did it last time, but let's get into it again. Let people know a little bit about your background. You know, how was high school life? What was your home life?
Gotcha. So I went to Hilliard-Davidson High School. It's like smack dab in the middle of Hilliard. There's a lot of stuff around it.
All right.
I had this class at another building called Academy Vibe, where basically what we would do is we just go there and just mess around with like film and like music equipment and stuff. So that's where I guess I kind of like started and like grew my musical stuff.
Okay.
Because there was like a side room. We called it the Logic Room, where we would all just go in and just mess around on Logic and just make like beats and like rap and shit. Mm-hmm. There was a group of like 5 of us there.
Were you all just messing around, not really knowing what you're doing, just kind of filling it out?
That's kind of how I got to where I am today, just from messing around and like figuring it out. That class is where I met J3. It's where I met him, and we've worked a lot together on a lot of things. So high school for me basically was just Academy Vibe, not paying attention in class, and then doing music shit.
That was most of your attention is like, forget school, I just want to mess with the music.
Well, I just had problems paying attention in class because I've got like ADHD.
All right.
So it's hard to pay attention when it comes to like stuff I'm not interested in. It's like if you look at my grade card, it'd be like math, C, English, D. I sucked at language arts. It was terrible. Science was probably like a C plus because I was a little bit interested in stuff. Academy Vibe, 100%. What's the other subject?
English
was a D. I was bad at that.
Social studies?
Social history was pretty cool, but also I never really paid attention a lot in history.
Yeah, I sucked at social studies.
Mainly because all my history teachers were like chill enough to the point where I just like sit in class and play Clash of Clans on my iPad the whole time.
So was that every history teacher? Because all of mine were football coaches, and they just put on.
I had one that was a track coach.
Is this the history, just where they put the coaches?
Had to be, yeah, because even in high school, my basketball coach was my
history teacher.
My history teacher, yeah.
Maybe that's like.
I didn't have that when I was in high school. Our history teacher was like this.
A regular teacher.
That's crazy.
One of my track coaches was my freshman year history teacher.
Yeah.
He was really chill. He'd just kind of sit in the front and play on the computer, and I'd cheat on every test because he would never look.
Yeah.
And then my health teacher was my recent track coach.
Okay. That's what's up.
Yeah, I see that.
Same with him. I'd cheat on every health test because he would never pay attention.
I don't think it matters no more. They just seem to herd kids through school anyway.
No,
Yeah. I mean, at this point, we're just here to get a fancy piece of paper that said we graduated and then go out and do other shit.
Now it's on the kids to really have to pay attention more to get their education. If the kid's not, they're not going to try and...
I mean, especially with like the field I've been going into, I think I've been kind of fine even if I didn't really pay attention in school.
Yeah.
Because like when it comes to music, I paid attention in the one class that mattered.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So, in your home life, what was that like growing up?
I grew up in the suburbs of Dublin area. It's like right on the border of like Dublin, Hilliard. Home life, I play a lot of video games.
Yeah.
A lot of them. I'm a collector. Huh?
Online or
A little bit of both. A little bit of both. I like, my favorite genres are like turn-based RPGs.
Okay.
So like the Pokemon stuff, the Final Fantasies, Chrono Trigger, all them. And then online, I basically just only play Smash Bros. Online. I've tried to play Call of Duty online, but it's literally, when you play Call of Duty online and you're not like...
already an expert.
You haven't been
there.
playing for like 10 hours a day since you've been 10. You just get smacked around.
Oh, yeah.
No.
You're in there, you're like, oh, but how did I get killed? Oh, this guy over here. You're like, son of a bitch. Yeah, I would do that every time. I'm like, you know what? I give up.
No,
I like couch play when it comes to Call of Duty. Because like my game mode, it was always Black Ops 3. Mm-hmm. And the game mode was always gun game with 10 weapon setbacks.
Okay.
Are y'all familiar with gun game in Call of Duty?
Oh, yeah, I am, yeah.
I'm about to say, I'll sit this one out.
Fair.
I was looking like, do you know?
So, I'd be there, I'd be like chilling, I'd be kind of like getting some kills and stuff, but if there was ever a point that I was just losing, I'd be the bitch that goes around knifing everybody back to zero. So fun. I've made so many people quit playing Call of Duty from that.
Man, I'm not good with doing knifing and shit like that. I really don't even. I played a little bit, but I stopped.
Yeah.
I got right back into like sports, 2K, etc.
That's fair. I like NBA Jam a lot when it comes to sports games.
Yeah.
I guess I just like stuff that's like so over the top.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel that. That's what's up.
So what was your musical influences growing up?
A lot of... So, early on, it was like a lot of like rap bands.
Okay.
No, I mean, they're technically rappers, but like the Beastie Boys,
Okay.
very big influence on me, and starting to do kind of like what I do.
That's what's up.
I grew up on a lot of Metallica, Anthrax, Megadeth, just like thrash metal and shit.
Right.
I started playing the guitar when I was like 12.
Okay.
Took
And-
guitar lessons, or did you teach yourself?
Yep. I actually came here like immediately after a guitar lesson.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I still take them.
so you're still taking them?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Think
That's cool.
I've been taking them for like 8 years or so
Okay.
now.
Okay.
That's cool, bro.
What sparked your interest, like, to play the guitar? Was it just like...
Guitar Hero.
I love Guitar Hero!
Dude, me too.
That was my game. Oh
Was
my
it Guitar
gosh.
Hero 3?
Huh?
Was it the one with Through the Fire and the Flames on it?
I played all of them. That's what I'm saying. Like, I just had all of them. Like, I remember, like, I had a babysitter, and she had Guitar Hero at her house specifically for me and my sister because she knew how much we played Guitar Hero. Like, yeah. That's cool, though.
It's a really fun... That's also where I kind of started playing the drums, too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because we, as a child, we had Guitar Hero Warriors of Rock
Okay.
on Wii. And we got, like,
okay.
the pack that came with one of the guitars and one of the drum sets.
Oh yeah, that's cool. I've always wanted the drum set. My mom was like, hell no.
You sure already know.
Bro, I got the Guitar Hero and then I got a second guitar so then I could play with like my friends come over, we could play and shit like that. And then it just got to an extreme and then she just was like, no. And I was like,
I mean, they're not that loud. They're not that
my
loud.
mom thinks a lot of stuff. We also kind of had the TV up super loud and we like felt like we were like inside the game. We did a lot of extra things that maybe we shouldn't have.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I was just
Your
in that.
mom's
I was in
like,
that bag.
She
I
already
just,
knew. Like, no, you're not.
you're not.
It's already not.
She's
You
like-
heard it
she's
here,
like-
folks.
She was like, no, all that banging and all that. Like, she just thinks everything is extra noise. So I'm like, all right.
If you know,
Gave
you
up
know.
on that dream of having the whole full band that I was thinking I was going to have.
Yeah.
Hey, that was kind of where I was at, too.
Yeah.
I wanted to originally be a guitarist.
Okay.
But then I kind of started making beats just to kind of piss around and have fun,
Right.
and that kind of stuck with me.
That's what's up. So how long have you been making beats? Kind of.
Let me think. Probably like 6, 7, or 8 years ish.
Okay.
I was producing since I was 13. I'm 20 now,
Okay.
so probably about 7 years.
Okay.
So when you go to make a beat, what do you go? What's your process when you go to make a beat?
I actually don't have like a set in stone process, because sometimes I'll be like, "Hey, here's a little cool drum melody," and then I'll start with that. Sometimes I'll like write my own melodies. A lot of the time, I do like sampling a lot, because there's some very funky shit you can do with samples.
Yeah.
Who do you like to sample? Is there any?
A whole lot of difference. Just whatever I think sounds cool.
Right.
Usually, I'll be just like listening to music, and I'll make like a beat just because I think something sounds cool. I've sampled a lot of Lonnie Liston Smith though.
Okay.
He's like a jazz dude from the 70s. He's got some really, really good jazz music.
Do you like the old music when you look for sampling?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hit or miss, like a mixture.
Right.
A lot of the times, like, I'll just hear something, I'll be like, hey, that sounds cool, I want to sample it. Like, my most popular song on, like, all streaming services is called Brawl. It's built off of a sample of the Super Smash Bros. Brawl intro.
Okay.
And I came up with that because I was just playing Smash Bros. With some friends. I was like, oh, that sounds pretty cool. I bet I could do something with that.
Right. That's hard.
Turn into my biggest song.
That's what's up. So what's your creative process like as far as being just like an artist? Or how long have you been, I would say, or how long would you say you've been an artist?
Like releasing music and stuff?
Just releasing music and like...
2019.
Okay.
I dropped my first album in 2019.
Okay.
So before then, I was kind of just doing it purely for fun. And then I had an album called Summer Nights that dropped June 15th, 2019.
Okay.
And since then, it's just been a steady string, at least one album a year type shit.
That's hard.
So what made you go from just messing around to take it a little more serious then?
I still mess around a lot, but I do kind of take it a little bit more seriously. Because, I mean, after all, this is kind of what I want to do as a career, so why not?
Right.
And so I like to have a lot of fun when I make music, but also I like to keep the element of, hey, this shit sounds good.
Right.
It's weird, but it's good.
Right.
Type stuff.
I feel you. Sorry. So we always ask top 3 artists of all time.
I came prepared for this one twice, too.
This one might be easy now.
Right, now it might be
Wait, is this top 3 of all time or top 3 at the Deserted Island?
This is first
top 3 of all time. And then
we'll do the Deserted Island after.
Deserted Island, okay.
After
I
that.
didn't come prepared for the top 3 of all time.
Yeah.
Can we knock Deserted Island out of the way?
Alright, let's do that one first.
Okay.
Alright, Deserted Island, Denzel Curry, Suicide Boys, Exodus. Reasons being, massive Denzel Curry fan. Denzel Curry was the big influence on me actually like using my voice and starting to rap. Suicide Boys, they have a shitload of music, so if you're stuck on a deserted island, they've got what, like 18 albums? And just tons of like singles across there. They were also a very quintessential like group in my musical development, because after like I started getting into them, I started getting into like spacier and more like atmospheric shit.
Right.
And Exodus, because I love me some metal, and Exodus is a very fun metal group.
Now of all time.
Well, Denzel's going to be up there.
Okay.
Denzel's one of them. Ooh. I listened to so much shit. Top 3 rappers or top 3?
All
Top
genres.
3.
Great, making it harder for me. Definitely Denzel. Denzel's up there.
Okay,
No question about that one.
for sure.
Honestly, even if they've put out a lot of garbage kind of recently, Suicide Boys.
Okay.
Because yeah, they were kind of the dudes that like took the whole like dark underground sound and like brought it up to the mainstream.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Suicide Boys, Denzel. I love Exodus, but do I think they're the greatest of all time? Probably not. They're just a really fun group.
Gee, it's always a hard one for.
Can we get that Jeopardy music rolling?
Right. She just started just cue the Jeopardy music.
You know, doo-doo-doo.
I'm stuck.
You can't get the third one.
Can't get the third one. Honestly,
He is
Pressure's
really
on.
stuck. He is really stuck.
I listen to so much shit.
His
So
Rolodex
much
is
shit
just trying
on
to
so
flip
many
it through
different-
everybody.
He's
Like,
going through
no,
all
no,
the
no,
music.
no.
Because I'll be like, yeah, I'm going to say... Like, literally the process that was going in my head, I was like, yeah, I'll say Metallica. But wait, Iron Maiden exists. But wait, Testament exists.
Right. You're like,
I'm like, ah, shit.
would you put one of them over the other one?
How about top 50?
Oh no!
Now you changing the
Right now,
question.
he's just gonna go through
Trying to
his
do
whole
a top
list.
Fuck it. I'm
Then it'll be
honestly...
easy at that. It'll be easy if it's the top 50.
I'm just going to say Beastie Boys on that one.
Okay.
Okay.
Because they've done a lot of different shit, and they've been a
Yeah.
very big kind of influence on me musically.
I can dig that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a quick break and then we're gonna get into our this or that game.
Oh boy.
Say lock.
Say two.
Cute. 777, I'm feeling lucky. She said that she really do love me. Got a good regardless, she want me. Never been a time I was lonely. Back and forth, all in her bed. Love songs all in my head. I never felt real before. I never felt this before.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the KeezyNUnk podcast. We are now into our this or that game. So if you don't know, it's simple how we play it. I'm gonna give YKK two artists. He's got to pick either one of the artists or the other. If he doesn't pick, what are we gonna do if he doesn't? If he doesn't pick, or if he says neither, or both,
Page
What's the
Pincher.
I gotta do a kickflip off the roof. I don't know.
we'll figure out. Hopefully YKK will go for 10 for 10, and then we won't
Yeah.
have to do a consequence.
I mean, I had a pretty good time last time going through
Yeah.
all 10.
You want to go through water or try to do water like you did the last time?
I can.
You want to do that?
I'll walk
That's
out
fine.
here mega hydrated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me get the man of water.
All right.
Thank you.
Jay-Z or Kanye?
Jay-Z. Just no question about it. I'm not a big Kanye fan myself.
Can we
Just-
rewind
just
that?
straight up.
How fast he
Thank you.
answered that?
Thank you.
2 seconds.
I was like, as soon as you ended,
As soon as I heard,
you
like,
heard
Jay-Z.
yay with the light.
people are gonna get mad at me
Yeah,
for saying
Jay-Z.
this. I'm not a big Kanye's a really good producer.
No,
So
fuck
is
that.
Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Kanye's voice kind of gets on my nerves.
I'm gonna do.
And some of the shit that he be
Shami.
doing,
Fuck Kanye.
like I can see the influence. I can respect him as an artist, but when it comes to his music, it's just not for me.
I feel you.
Type shit.
I feel you. Let's see. Redman or Method Man?
I think that's the one that got me last time because I wasn't too much into either of them.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not gonna get got a second time. Method Man because he had some really sick verses on Enter the Wu-Tang.
Okay. But, Biggie.
Mr. Mr. Man, so Mr. Man, moving on your left.
Let me see. All right, Biggie or Tupac?
I definitely listen to more Pac than Biggie.
Okay.
I do like them both, but when it comes to like,
Pac got more records, though.
yeah,
He was around. He was able to make more songs than
Yeah.
Biggie was.
I own All Eyes on Me on vinyl, and I don't own a single Biggie vinyl yet.
Okay.
So, Pac.
Yeah. Eminem or MGK?
You gonna get me started again?
You gotta give it to him. Give it to the people.
Gotta give it to
You
him.
gotta give it to
I
the
didn't
people.
hear it the last time.
How loud am I allowed to be? Am I allowed to like?
Listen, Do what you gotta do.
Fuck Machine Gun Kelly. Fuck MGK, bro. This dude makes my ears bleed. God. Imagine you're browsing new releases and fucking Emo Girl pops up. This dude Eminem's over here. He's over here. He's rapping about like some crazy outrageous shit with a good flow and everything. And here's MGK fucking going, I fell in love with an emo girl. I'm in love with an emo girl. We fell in love under the bleachers. Machine Gun Kelly is a 30-year-old dude making pop punk music about high school relationships. Well, hang on, I'm going to take a trip to Google real quick. I'm going to take a trip to Google real quick.
What you looking up there?
MGK is 33 years old. Making shitty pop punk music with shitty subject matter.
I think
Like, it's
Eminem
cool.
probably pushed him over to the emu punk.
Emu.
Dude, Eminem, to show how... to show how better of an artist Eminem is, Eminem literally kicked Machine Gun Kelly out of a whole fucking genre.
Yeah.
You see people mess with Eminem, and you see them not have a career in like a week.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. You don't, yeah. Nobody.
This
really
dude,
fucks
Machine
with
Gun Kelly, got dissed by Eminem, and then started crying about bleachers and shit.
Yeah. I forgot that they had that beef though.
him. Yeah, it kind of fucked him up. So it's.
Which is fine, because
his diss wasn't too bad. I didn't think it was real bad, but yeah, you know. How
there's
Eminem
some
is.
lines. It's very weird because he's over here. He's like, no, the one that got to me was somebody get him some clippers. His fucking beard's weird.
Yeah. I didn't know the video why he was eating cereal in the video. Anyway, that was weird.
I don't know.
I'm like,
It's like you don't make a diss track where you're like, hey Eminem, you a bitch, but you also the greatest rapper of all time, man.
Right.
and that's what it was like. I'm
I
confused.
feel like that's more of a that was more of a compliment than a diss towards Eminem.
Yeah.
Even then, though, if we take fucking emo girl out of the picture, I still do believe that MGK was only a mediocre rapper beforehand. So still Eminem. Wild Boy with Waka Flocka is a really cool song. I keep looking at the mic like it's a camera. Wild Boy by Machine Gun Kelly is a cool song. Mainly because of the Flocka verse. But it's still a cool song. I can't name a single other MGK song.
So even for Wild Boy, you felt like he was mid even.
He was okay. I mean, he was just doing his normal, hey, look, guys, I rap fast thing.
Yeah. I feel you.
And Waka Flocka comes in and just screams the whole time, and it's fucking cool.
Let's see, Beatles and AC/DC.
Trying to think. If you would have asked me this question a couple years ago, I would have said AC/DC. Purely because of the grit and like the distortion
Yeah.
and just like the energy. But since then, I've heard a bunch of like Beatles stuff, and they really did a lot. Like they did a lot of different sounds.
They did.
Yeah.
Come Together is still one of my like one of the songs that made me start playing the bass.
Okay.
So honestly, currently, I'm gonna go with Beatles.
So,
But like AC/DC, they're a really cool band, but when you look at it, it's a lot of just like party rock, which is fine and all. I love Van Halen, and they're literally all party rock.
right.
But like, the Beatles were like experimenting and shit. The song that made me change my opinion is Strawberry Fields Forever, because it's like so weird and just like so mellow, but it's like good.
Yeah, I feel you. That's what's up. That's a good choice. Let me see. Nas or J. Cole?
I do like both of them a lot.
Lyrics on both sides.
Lyrics on both sides. Because they're both very quality.
Mm-hmm.
If we're going personal, I'd honestly say J. Cole, just because 2014 Forest Hills Drive was a very it was very big when I started getting into like actual music and stuff, and it's one of the albums where a lot of it kind of shaped memories within my like teenage life.
Yeah.
So I'm going J. Cole personal.
I got one for you. Creed or Nickelback?
They both fucking suck.
I actually had a feeling you'd say that. I had a feeling you'd say
Terrible
that.
bands.
That's the only reason I did that, because I had a feeling.
Nickelback though, because how you remind me is honestly not horrible. See, my issue with Nickelback is you've heard one Nickelback song, you've heard every single Nickelback song.
Okay.
And then Nickelback had an album in I think 2014 where it's just so outrageously bad that it's so funny. So personally, I would honestly enjoy Nickelback more purely because that album's a very fun listen. I love bad music. When music, I like. There's like a certain type of bad music I like. When it's somebody trying something where it just straight up falls flat and it's funny, I love it.
Okay.
I hate boring bad music, and Creed to me is boring bad music.
It's boring
bad. That's a new one.
Let's see. Ludacris or T-Pain?
T-Pain. That's purely because I don't know too much Ludacris. I never got really big into him.
Okay.
But T-Pain, he had an album back in like 2016 that I used to bump all the damn time.
Yeah, T-Pain's a goat to me.
Yeah.
I just feel like...
Dude, I feel so bad because his tour... One of his tours a while ago got canceled due to poor ticket sales.
Oh, really?
T-Pain didn't deserve that shit.
I feel like it wasn't T-Pain. I feel like the team, you have to promote properly too, especially when you're a big artist and you don't drop music like you're not, you're like a goat, so you have to move a certain way, I should say. So
T-Pain, like,
I feel like if promoted right, T-Pain would have. So I would have bought a ticket. If he
was gonna buy a ticket.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, but I didn't even know. And you said 2016.
It was for. I think it was like the One Up album. Let me.
I remember that happening though.
I didn't even hear about a tour, but I'm like, if I would have heard about
nobody was promoting.
2019.
2019. So
yeah.
That wasn't even that long ago. So like,
when you look at like an artist like T-Pain, you can tell he's talented. Like, he uses auto-tune as like a tool,
right,
rather than like a necessity,
right.
And that's very clear.
Have you heard
War Pigs?
Yes.
His cover of War Pigs is so good.
Yes.
That dude can rip.
No, for real. And that's one of the reasons why I said, like, he's just one of those ones. Like, it's just, you could try to say something about him, but it's not valid because he's actually talented. Like, you strip everything from him, he's still gonna be talented.
Dude,
like,
and then there's all these people that are like, T-Pain fucked up music by using auto-tune. Like, oh, no. T-Pain used auto-tune as a tool.
Right.
Yeah.
Whereas, because he could very easily have sung without it.
Yeah.
He could have done all of his hits without the auto-tune. He just used it as a way to kind of enhance himself.
Right. Mm-hmm. And also it separated him from everyone else because a lot of other singers were not using
Nobody was
you know what I'm saying?
A lot of other singers were, I feel like they were still using it, but they were trying to hide the fact that they were using it.
Okay.
Whereas T-Pain came out and he was bold. He was like, hey, look, I sound like a fucking robot.
Yeah.
But it's good.
Right, but it sounds good. Hell yeah. I agree. Let's see. Young Thug or Future?
Young Thug.
Okay.
Probably. I have more fun listening to Young Thug.
Okay.
He's got some silly shit out there.
Let's see. Last one. Who want to ask? You want me to ask it, or y'all have a last one?
You got one there, P?
Nah.
No.
Go ahead.
All right. Let me see.
Throw me some metal.
Some metal.
You already said Metallica. Did you say Metallica? Was Metallica one of them?
I didn't ask you.
I'm trying to think. Metallica or... I'm trying to think of some bands. Other bands. Most of the bands I know are back in my time.
Like metal-wise?
Yeah.
Like who?
Of course, AC/DC. You got how about Ozzy Osbourne?
Ozzy Osbourne and Metallica?
Yeah.
Oh, Metallica.
Well,
Ride the Lightning is only one of, like, probably in my top 5 metal albums of all time.
Yeah, that's what's up.
So I gotta go with it.
That's hard.
I gotta go with it.
Okay.
Oh, dang. You did it.
Well, you went 10 for 10.
10.
You have to crack that
Woo!
this
Crack it
time.
open.
Yeah, I don't have to crack it open.
And he's going.
He's still going
He's just
to.
gonna still do it.
He's gonna
do it.
just zoom in while he's
We'll do
just
that.
killing it right now, bro.
Damn, I didn't get all of
Almost
it,
got
but I got
it.
most of
You
it.
got most
You
of
got
it.
most of
You got
it.
most of it.
Still killed it. So again,
That one was celebratory.
yeah, celebratory instead of consequence. So that's all that matters.
I did that out of my own free will.
Right.
Bro went 10 for 10. First 10 for 10.
First time?
Yeah.
Yeah,
First
first 10 for 10.
Yeah, that's
First 10 for 10.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
so man, make sure you throw some comments, man. Shout out YKK first 10 for 10. But yeah, we'll be right back and we'll get right back into the interview.
Yeah.
Down on my love, I don't get enough. Don't care what it is, cause I know what it was. Tell me, little mama, why you always wanna fuss? Why you wanna treat a nigga like a scrub? Only wanted you, but you always wanna judge. Tryna work it out, really wanna give up. Get around you, I can't help it. Miss your perfume, I can smell it. You need your nails done, I'ma sell it. I put VVs through your necklace. Just gotta make sure that you special. You want a business, I help you. You a part of me, you a vessel. I ain't a player, we level. Few bottles in my blackout. Whole lot of women in the club looking bad now. Got my shorty pissed off, staring in the background. One wrong move, flip this bitch in the smackdown. Keeping my composure, feet all on the sofas.
Roll.
What's up? What's up, y'all, man? Welcome back to KeezyNUnk podcast. We just finished the this or that game. YKK went 10 for 10.
Killed it.
As y'all can see.
And then he killed that.
Then he killed the bottle. He killed the whole bottle, literally. So
Killed a Red Bull and a Crunchwrap Supreme before I got here.
he came prepared today. You know what I'm saying? So I do want to ask before we get up out of here, if there's anybody watching this, let's just say younger than you, that maybe looks up to you or is influenced by you, or I always say, like, if there's like a 6th grader that's trying to do exactly what you're doing, what would be maybe like some pieces of advice or advice that you would give to them, like if they're just starting out?
Don't do shit just to look or sound cool. Do shit because you actually like it and stuff. Because I feel like that was an issue I had like way back in the day. Because on a lot of like early music, I would just like try and do like sound cool and stuff. And then as that evolved, I started kind of like putting my own little spin on it. And since then, it's been a lot more of a positive reaction to me dropping than way back in the day.
Right.
Yeah.
That also could be because I finally learned how to mix music, but
All of it plays a part. I mean,
Right.
just don't do shit to look or sound cool. That's all. Do what you feel like. Yeah.
That's sound advice.
that's
Yeah,
solid advice. Right to the point.
it is. So go ahead and let them know anything you're working on, anything you got coming
Yeah,
out.
what's coming up for YKK?
What's
That's what we
coming up?
need to know.
Hoo-hoo. So we've got a couple more than the last time.
Okay.
So last time I stated 3 albums I'm dropping. One, I do have a release date for June 15th, 2024.
All right.
It's going to be titled Summer Nights 2. And the reason it's so specific is because it's the 5-year anniversary of me dropping my first album.
Awesome.
So basically I kind of went back and I listened to a lot of the artists that I was listening to at that time, just on like a steady string. And I tried to like do that sound again, but with the knowledge that I know now. Because that sound was a lot more jazzy than the outrageous shit that I've been doing recently.
So how would you describe this new project? Like, what would be like
Summer Nights 2?
Yeah, summer like kind of like it's like a little like what would you describe the vibe as? I guess
Jazzy.
jazzy would be the
A little more chill than some of the outrageous shit I've been doing
Oh,
recently.
yeah. All right, bet. All right, bet.
I've got a second album coming too. This one doesn't have a name or a release date, but it's a project that I've been trying to do for a while, where I'm taking a lot more of my like 3/6 and southern like rap influences and trying to just make something based off of those. That one's definitely going to be some of the outrageous shit that I've been doing recently.
Throwing a little southern vibe in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fun fact, actually, about the second project that's not Summer Nights 2 that's going to be releasing. It's got the single I released for it is Never Give You Up with Lucid Bambino and Kid Chaos, that album. I got a new song coming out soon called Disgrace, featuring my boy Carter. That's going to be on that album.
Okay.
All fun little tidbit about that album, all of those beats, except for like 2 of them, were made while I was still in high school.
Oh, wow.
The reason I kept pushing back that album was because I thought those beats were a little bit too weird to use. But now I use a ton of weirder beats, and I don't really care. So that's coming out. Third album, thrash metal album called Speed and Bullet to Hell. I'm planning on hopefully dropping it on April 1st.
Okay.
Yeah. got a steady string of music coming.
Yeah.
Currently, at the time of recording this, a lot of my old music has not been taken down. It has been taken down from a lot of streaming services. So I'm in the process currently of redropping all of those with some tracks that I maybe have cut from the albums. So yeah, I'm planning on dropping that like an album at a time, like a week.
Okay.
Every so.
That's what's up. All right.
And yeah.
So you're very versatile. It sounds like.
I do a lot of shit.
Yeah, that's good though. You can't just put yourself in one category.
Yeah,
Kind of
you want to pigeonhole yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's why I kind of took the 3 album approach, because I've got like 3 different sounds that I've been working on for quite a while, and I'm like, well, I have a lot of shit on each of these different sounds, so might as well just make them their own separate projects.
Yeah.
Right.
So hopefully at least 2 of those albums will be done and dropped by 2025.
Okay.
Cool.
So I'm excited. I'm excited to hear what's about to come.
3 albums in a year from YKK.
Right.
Yeah. Right. And normally you were doing what, like 1 a year,
Yeah.
roughly?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I think I could do it. I think I could do it.
It's easily. You just got to stay.
Especially since I
disciplined.
kind of took a step back and didn't drop a lot last year because I was just working on some of the shit that I planned on dropping this year. So I've got a good chunk of it done and ready. I've definitely got all the beats ready for it. I just got to find time and motivation to write lyrics.
Right.
I feel you on that. I feel you.
Why don't you let them know where they can find you?
You can find me on Apple, Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, Instagram, fucking Deezer.
Hell is Deezer? I haven't heard that one.
Nobody goes on Deezer, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I have no idea how they still have an app.
Me either. But
I mean,
everything-
somebody out there is using it.
Yeah.
So what is Deezer? It's just another.
It's just
platform?
Spotify
Yeah, like-
Lite, basically.
Oh wow!
Okay.
I've literally never heard of it.
Me neither.
Yeah. It's
I'm glad I ain't the only one.
Yeah.
Made me feel like I was an old
No,
guy.
Yeah, nah. There's like so many like smaller like Spotify's, Apple Music. It's
Right.
basically
Trying-
like
I had a
to
friend
get something
so
in
hard.
there.
Like
Yeah.
I had a friend back in the day who he moved, like, I think it was my junior year of high school. He moved in from Saudi Arabia, and he was complaining to me that my music wasn't on Ungami or something.
Ungami.
Yeah.
That's like their streaming
I
platform.
guess it's big out there,
Oh wow.
or it was just like free or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
He said he paid for it once and then was like, "Yeah, I don't want to use this again." Didn't pay for it, and he still got the premium edition. So
hey.
They were like, just don't go.
Right, just please.
You're our only user. We need your streams.
y'all use DistroKid to get your stuff on platforms? DistroKid has like 115 platforms that it throws your music onto.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've heard of like 4 of them.
Yeah, no, for real. But they tell you, like, it's a long list.
Long
And
list of
they'll
them.
tell you all of them, but I'm like...
Now that we're
I'm
talking
only
about
getting
that,
one,
Like, never heard of
3.
it.
A lot-
give me one.
Literally 3.
All right, y'all. You can find my music on.
He's about to give you a whole list.
Give me 1 sec.
Trying to get to the top of the list.
You can find my music on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Instagram and Facebook, TikTok, YouTube Music, Amazon, Pandora, Deezer, Tidal, iHeartRadio, Claro Musica, Savin, Boomplay, Ungami, KKBox, NetEase, Tencent, Is that Cubuzz? QOBUZ? Jukes? Quack Media? Yandex Music? Adapter? Flow? MediaNet? And many smaller outlets.
Awesome.
Many small. I think so. A lot of those sound like smaller outlets.
What the fuck is Jukes?
Right. Like, bro, but shout out DistroKid.
Yeah.
They gonna put it on everything, but
Y'all can find me on Jukes now.
yeah, hey.
And Quack Media.
Go
Just-
stream YKK on Jukes.
Probably
Yeah.
all the countries have.
Come on,
they're
give
probably
Jukes,
popular in
Deezer, and
different countries.
Ngami some love.
Nah, for real. You gotta spread it out.
Yeah.
Spread out the love. Get on
Right.
Spotify. Go over there.
Well, thank you for coming.
Yeah, we
Thank y'all
appreciate
for
you.
having me.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Always.
Thank y'all for having me a second time.
Of course.
A second time
You
for
know,
the
it's
first
only
time.
right.
Second time for the first time.
It's only right.
Oh God, we only saw that first video, and it was actually what I did see was so good. I just was like, man.
I know,
But
I
we
did.
just did it.
Yeah,
Again.
we did it again. It's cool.
I'm not worried about it.
It's cool. We had some fun.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
I still chat on MGK for a good minute.
Yeah. Had to give it to the people.
Right.
That was the only reason why I asked that question. I could have skipped it, but I was like, let's
Yeah,
get to it.
let's go ahead.
Let them know what's going on here. So, but again, appreciate you.
Fell in love under the bleachers.
Well, we really enjoyed you.
Oh my God.
It was a pleasure.
I enjoyed being here. Thank y'all for having me.
Oh yeah.
Yes, thank you for coming.
So until next time, I'm Keezy.
Uncle Z.
It's Pretty P.
And I'm YKK, aka Wolf-Eye Cheese Pizza Hot Pocket. This has been the KeezyNUnk podcast. I'm on my way to go get a Crunchwrap Supreme again. Sayonara, motherfucker.
Bye, y'all.
Y'all heard. We out.
What's up, y'all, man? It's the Kid Keys.
It's Uncle Z.
It's Pretty P from the KeezyNUnk podcast. We're looking for anyone who's got some motion in the city.
Whether it be chefs,
Athletes, artists,
business owners,
physicians, store owners,
personal trainers,
and even hairstylists. Ooh, boy. And don't forget about the food vendors.
and even makeup artists.
I know it's some nail stylists out there. And you can't forget about the fashion designers.
Or any entrepreneur out there.
So anyone who's got motion. Seriously, anyone.
If that's you,
DM us and tell us your story. And we'll get you scheduled today for free.
we want you to tell your story
And we don't need anything in return. So join us
on the KeezyNUnk podcast.
on the KeezyNUnk podcast.
On the KeezyNUnk podcast, the number one podcast in Columbus, Ohio.
Oh God. Let's go. Woke up young and lit. 4-5 on my hip. Nigga, you know what it is. And you know I'm getting red. What they gonna say about the kid? You know I get to the money, these niggas ain't never gonna do no shit. Nah.